How to simulate a VTOl engine failure in Public Zeus. Step 1. Go to Eden Editor and place down a NATO VTOl infantry transport and name it planePara. Step 2. Go to the video description and copy the use code line, then double click on the VTOl and paste the code into the init box. Part 1 of the code uses the addAction function, which is going to be displayed as engine fail. When the action is activated, it will execute the code between the curly brackets. Part 2 of the code creates an APERSMine, names it _mine, and sets its position to equal the position of the VTOl. The mine is then attached to the VTOl using the attachto function. We have a tutorial about that. In this case, the mine is being attached to the VTOl's right engine using the coordinates 11 by 2 by 0. Finally, the mine's damage is set to 1, which will detonate it. Part 3 of the code creates a fire animation called _flames, which is then placed at the same position equal to the VTOl transport. Just like the mine, the flames are then attached to the VTOl's right engine using the attachto function with the same coordinates as before. The final part of the code sets the VTOl's fuel level to 0 using the setFuel function. It also damages the VTOl by 50% using the setDamage function. And finally, we use the remoteExec line, which asks the server to execute a given function or script command, which can then be executed on the client machines connected to the server. The array on the right-hand side of the remoteExec specifies the function to be executed, which client will execute the code, and whether the JIP is to be enabled. In this case, we are using the playMusic function, which will be executed on all clients with the JIP enabled. The array on the left-hand side specifies the track to be used. Step 3. Once you are satisfied with all preparation, select the VTOl and save it as a custom composition. Step 4. Go onto an official Bohemia Public Zeus server with either the name EU0A, 0B, 0C, or 0D. Go to the compositions and empty subcategory and select the saved VTOl and left-click anywhere or press Alt and left-click. Since the addAction is being locally executed, you will need to manually fly the VTOl and select the action when ready. This should then trigger the mine explosion and flame animation on the right wing engine and cause the VTOl to receive 50% damage with the fuel removed. And that's how you simulate a VTOl engine failure in Public Zeus. Goodbye.